The Georgia Bulldogs last year went back to back. They won 2 national championships in a row, and they won an SEC championship. They didn't win 2 SEC championships in a row because Alabama owned that from the previous year, but they won the SEC championship and 2 national championships these past 2 years, man. Georgia Bulldogs are the new standard of college football. And last year they had an incredible year. Stetson Bennett showed out, man. He just did great, man. He was just a great college quarterback, man. I don't know how he gonna do in the pros, but in this video, we got the 2023 Georgia football schedule preview / prediction. Man, I got a lot of questions for the Georgia Bulldogs this year, but to be in a position to be able to three-peat is crazy. And Kirby Smart already predicted that y'all were going to three-peat. This year's schedule is not even hard. I consider this not a tough schedule. This schedule is very favorable, and it could put y'all right in position for the three-peat unless somebody, come and take that from y'all, man. Y'all did great last year, man, but let's start off the season, man. Y'all start off the season off with UT Martin Skyhawks, man. Listen, y'all the 2-time national champions. Ain't no UT Martin Skyhawks about to beat y'all. If y'all lose to UT Martin, listen, y'all college football playoff dreams are over. Y'all gonna pretty much blow them out, you feel me? Like, it's not even gonna be close. Like, for real, UT Martin is not that good. They're trash. They're not even the Power 5, team. So y'all should beat them pretty handily. Now, let's get the Ball State Cardinals, man, for y'all second game on September 9th, man. This is a home game. Y'all should be able to handle Ball State pretty handily, man. Ball State isn't even that good, man. Y'all should be able to blow them out just as well as y'all did UT Martin. So, boom, that's a win. Y'all starting 2-0, man. Then for the third game, y'all got Shane Beamer in South Carolina. Listen, you may look at this game and think this game gonna be easy, but as long as it's another quarterback on the other side with experience, and that used to be a 5-star quarterback and trying to make it to the NFL, listen, the game ain't gonna be as easy as y'all think. Yes, y'all started off with 4 straight home games, which is crazy, man. That is very favorable. But man, South Carolina ain't no slouch. Shane Beamer showed y'all that last year by beating Tennessee and Clemson. So if this ain't a trap game, I don't know what it is, man. Y'all should definitely respect South Carolina, man. They got some nice recruits coming in. They got Spencer Rattler and them boys. Shane Beamer, I think, is one of the best coaches in the SEC conference. For some reason, he shows up for big games. So don't look at it as a, an automatic win. But I think y'all going to take that one, man, pretty handily. Probably beat them about 5 to 10 points, maybe more. I don't know how y'all quarterback play with, Carson Beck or Brock Vandergrift going to be. So that's like one of my big questions for y'all. But I think y'all beat South Carolina and Athens pretty handily. Y'all always get the whistle in Athens. So I really think y'all be good. Now y'all got the UAB Blazers. Come on, man. UAB. Like that, they are trash. Y'all gonna blow them out just as well as y'all gonna be able to blow out UT Martin, Ball State. Like, UAB is not even a good team, man. Y'all should be able to beat them by 50 points. Period. Point blank. Y'all Georgia back-to-back national champions. Point blank. Now y'all got a game on September 30th at Auburn in Auburn, Alabama. Listen. The Auburn Tigers got a new head coach. I don't think they're going to be able to just turn that, that hailstorm around in, a year. I think y'all going to be able to go to Auburn and beat them down pretty handily. I don't think Auburn stands a chance. Last year, Auburn was one of the worst teams in the SEC. I don't see that changing this up and coming year. But in 2 years, I can expect Auburn to get better. But next year, could it be a 1-year turnaround? I don't think so. I don't think they have the talent. I don't think they've been getting the recruits in. I just don't think that they'll, be able to take it to that next level. So I think that's going to be a pretty easy win for y'all. Y'all probably win about 15 to 20 points to Auburn at Auburn. I'm not giving them no respect, but I'm giving y'all respect. Y'all back-to-back national championships. And then on Saturday, October the 7th, man, y'all got the Kentucky Wildcats in Athens. Y'all gonna win that one pretty handily. Kentucky just lost their quarterback in Will Levis. Will Levis is going to be one of the top picks in the 2023 draft. They got to replace him, so they're going to be with a new first-year quarterback. I don't think it's very hard to beat that Georgia defense with anything near a first-year quarterback. You need a quarterback with experience like Joe Burrow, like Bryce Young, like C.J. Stroud, a quarterback with at least 2 years experience. I don't think a first-year quarterback will be able to go into Sanford Stadium in Athens and just shock the world, man. And just I don't think that, man. So I think y'all beat Kentucky pretty handily, probably about 15 to 20 points. Very, very comfortable win. And then y'all got to go to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt always been one of the worst teams in the SEC, and I don't see that changing. They always like the 15th best team. Vanderbilt is so bad, like so trash. Y'all played them in Nashville, Tennessee at their stadium. I just don't see Vanderbilt beating y'all. I don't see it. Y'all are back-to-back national champions. That's easy. Boom, boom, boom. So before the off week, man, y'all got a whole lot of home games. Y'all just go on the road at Auburn and at Vanderbilt. Them are the only two road games y'all got. So that's very favorable. On the 3P, come on, that's very favorable. Like, y'all get to play UT Martin, Ball State, and UAB. That's 3 out of conference teams. That is no good, man. That is a favorable schedule. And then after the bye week, y'all got the Florida Gators in Jacksonville, Florida. That's on a neutral site field in Florida. So I got one thing against neutral site games. I think it's a way to rig a game, the best way for refs to, get that home cooking in. So this could be a trap game versus the Florida Gators. I don't think the Florida Gators going to be good this year. They just lost their quarterback, Anthony Richardson, to the NFL. The same as I said for Kentucky, it's going to be very, very hard to replace a first-year quarterback. I mean, a quarterback with experience with a first-year quarterback going against that Georgia defense. That defense just too complicated to go against, and, they got superstars over on that defense. So I don't think the Florida Gators got it in them to, beat y'all on that neutral field. Only if the refs on their side and they get a couple calls going their way, and Georgia get a couple turnovers. And Georgia's quarterback play isn't just that hot this upcoming year. That's the only way that I could see it. But, man, I got y'all beating the Florida Gators handily, 15 to 20 points. That's what it looked like on paper. That's what I'm going to go with. That's what I'll bet my money on. Next game, man, we got the Missouri Tigers. Listen. Missouri Tigers last year was like kind of a trap game for y'all. They match up with y'all real well. So I would say that there'll be another trap game this year. But this year y'all got them in Athens. So I don't know if Missouri got it in the tank. I don't know if they got the player development, the recruiting, and the stamina, and the wantonness of the Georgia Bulldogs. So I think that would put y'all over the top. I think y'all beat them handily by 2-3 scores, easy. Missouri ain't that good, man. And I just believe that. Now y'all got another home game against Ole Miss Rebels. Like, listen, Ole Miss is a good team. Definitely a trap game. Because Ole Miss, they got a good offense. Lane Kiffin over there building a juggernaut. Trying. And they got a defensive coordinator in Pete Golding. He's pretty good. He ain't the best defensive coordinator. He got fired from Alabama and shipped over to Ole Miss. But they're a formidable opponent. Y'all get to play them in Sanford Stadium, which is a good thing. You feel me? Which is great. You get what I'm saying? But I think y'all beat them. I don't know if y'all beat them by 2-3 scores. It'll probably be like an 8-point, 9-point game. Because Ole Miss ain't just going to bow down. You know what I'm saying? But I think that Ole Miss is a formidable opponent. So I still got you on this game. But as the season go on and as I see y'all quarterback play, it may change. Because I believe in Ole Miss. I think Lane Kiffin is building a good team over there. But I don't know if he building a good enough offense to compete with Georgia and get on the field with them, especially in Athens, and have the stamina and a drive to beat them and be able to overcome any refs calls and stuff. You got to be able to overcome that too. So I think that'll be a pretty good game, but I still think Georgia beat that. So far I got y'all going undefeated, and then y'all go to at Tennessee in Neyland Stadium. Listen, this ain't no knockover game. Tennessee, they gonna want their get back from last year. I don't know what's going to be the state of Tennessee by this time, by November the 18th of this year. I don't know how they're going to be looking, or how their season looking. But just on some 2023 preview, I think Tennessee may be a very, very good team this year. Even though they lose Jalen Hyatt and Hendrick Hooker, they got a quarterback coming in named Nico, and they got another quarterback in there that used to be at Michigan, Joe Milton. He could throw the ball deep. That's what Tennessee love to do. So, and this is at Neyland Stadium. It get real, real loud, man. Neyland Stadium is going to be up for this game. It's probably going to be one of those 3:30 kickoffs on CBS. So, man, it's going to be real live in that stadium. And Georgia going to have to come and play. Georgia going to have to come and win. Period, point blank. But I got y'all, sneaking out of Neyland Stadium with a win. I just think y'all the defending champions. I don't see nobody really touching y'all in that West. This schedule is very favorable. The only game that y'all got on the road that's going to be difficult is Tennessee. And Tennessee is a good team, but we'll see. We'll see in Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, Tennessee next year. We'll see if Georgia, lose. But I got y'all winning this game. It's going to be a close game, probably 3 to 5 points, because I don't think Tennessee just going to bow down on their home stadium. But, man, I can't wait to see. That's exciting. Saturday, November the 18th in Neyland Stadium. Y'all lose that. That could be the difference between Tennessee going to the SEC championship or Georgia going to the SEC championship. So, that's a very, very, very big game right there. And then y'all got at the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Listen, Georgia Tech won't get back, but listen, this game is in Atlanta, Georgia, at their stadium. Georgia always gonna get them calls, but little brother, they gonna try to come in and beat Georgia. It's a rivalry game. You listen, you can't make predictions off a rivalry game. Anything can happen, man. Anything can happen. Georgia Tech probably tired of Georgia dominating Georgia. They want some parts. They want to stay relevant in the state. Georgia, they taking over back-to-back national championships. Period, point blank. I think Georgia win this game versus Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech always been one of those teams that, could play a decent first half, but they just never could finish due to depth. And that's very important. Depth. So I think y'all win that one pretty handily versus Georgia Tech, man. So far, I got y'all undefeated. Going into the SEC championship. Now, my preview of the SEC championship for the next year is going to be Alabama versus Georgia. Listen, this is going to be the most exciting game of the year, man. Alabama trying to ruin the three-peat and trying to, take one. Or they might both be undefeated. The losers still get in. So you never know. But Alabama versus Georgia. Alabama been one they get back since that national champion. So they itching for this game. Listen, they already got this game circled on their schedule. They haven't even played the season yet. They haven't even beat the teams yet. They just got it circled. They just know it's going to be this SEC championship. This is going to be tough for me. But in this one, man, I'm going to have to go with Alabama, man. Listen, I think Alabama going to beat y'all in the SEC championship. I don't think Saban going to continue to let Georgia just dominate the conference, man. If Georgia win the conference this year, Alabama, oh my God, it's going to be really bad. I'm telling y'all, listen, the state of Alabama and the Alabama Crimson Tide fans, they just going to give up on Saban if they lose this year. And I think Saban got one more in him. Maybe this year. This is probably his year to have that one in him. He gonna try to get that 8th just to prove to everybody Kirby ain't do nothing these last 2 years. It was luck. You feel me? Already know Saban gonna come to play. Saban and his team gonna be ready. So I got Nick Saban in this game, man. I think Georgia may still get in a college football playoff depending on seeding and standings at the end of the year. But I think y'all take a L in the SEC championship versus Alabama, but go undefeated the rest of the way. I don't see anybody on y'all's schedule that's testing y'all. I see a couple of trap games like the Tennessee game, the Ole Miss game, and the South Carolina game. But yeah, that's it, man. That's it. You got 2 of those at home, 1 of those on the road. You could never count out a rivalry game, but I just don't think Georgia Tech got the depth to be able to stay with Georgia. But yeah, man, it's your boy, the Slimy Lou. Make sure you like us, subscribe up to the channel, man. Hey, I got this dope content dropping every day. I'm out. Peace.